So I am BigFuzzyYak, and I am at Trafalgar Square for London's Game Festival and New Games Plus. There is the Ensemble that is happening here behind me. Hopefully we'll get to interview somebody that is in the Ensemble a little bit later. But the Ensemble, up here it says, it is celebrating the achievements of Black, Asian, and underrepresented ethnicities in the UK video game industry. So I'm happy here to get some content on here and to represent and to show you them and show you their like little profiles and everything, because this is so amazing and more people need to know about this. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, hi, I'm Harun Ali. I'm one of the Ensemble 2026 crew. So I'm here in Trafalgar Square in front of my amazing face, looking like a Bond villain over here, but in the best way possible. So it's just been like an amazing privilege and honor to be a part of this amazing opportunity. There are so many fantastic, amazing, talented, wonderful people who are working in the games industry in various sort of ways, shapes and forms. And to be kind of have my profile here is an honor and a privilege. So I'm hoping like people who are walking by today get to kind of see, oh, you know, the games industry is so varied and diverse, not just in terms of like say gender, sexuality or like ethnic group, but also in terms of vocation as well. So you don't have to just be a, you know, programmer, artist or designer. You can see that, oh, everyone here has such a varied career and they've done so many different things that potentially you could find your own place in there as well. So I'm hoping that this can be inspirational and inspiring to any young up and coming game developer. Oh yeah, self-promo. My day job is a game developer tutor, so I teach game development to FE students, but I'm also an indie developer as well. So a few years ago, I released my very first game, It's Grim Up North, which is a point-and-click adventure game set in a fictional Yorkshire village that's been taken over by shape-shifting aliens. So my elevator pitch is always, it's Last of Summer Wine meets John Carpenter's The Thing. So if you want like sort of quirky, sort of British over-top slapsticky humor sort of stuff, I definitely say check it out. It's a fun game. I highly recommend it. Says me, who's totally unbiased. But yeah, and hopefully in the future, some more indie games to come that will be just as fun and exciting as well.
So this one is Sara Veal, community and cultural producer and chair. It says for her, my journey began in journalism and publishing from 2003 to 2015, writing for the Jakarta Post and The Guardian Tanzania, then digital marketing at Atlantic Books and Harlequin. Transitioned to games via Feel Better Games in 2020 as marketing manager, leading 170K, 100,000, 170, 100, I can't read that number when it's read like that, the 170 number. 170,000 pounds. That's what Geeky Nate says, how to read it. Kickstarter for Mask of the Rose. Built culture infrastructure, focused on happiness and connection at Uplift Games from 2022 to 2024 as a workplace experience manager, creating virtual and in-person cultural programs that contributed to Best Places to Work recognition. Since 2024, I've been the chair of Games Aid, which channels the collective generosity of UK games industry into long-term impact for children and young people. Scrolling down. I continue to produce and connect and direct through my studio hub with projects and partners, including the British Library, Black to the Future, and Workwise for Screen. I have worked with companies including Feel Better Games, Uplift Games, Black to the Future Festival, British Library, Games Aid, Workwise for Screen. My career highlight is winning the Unsung Hero Award at the Game Dev Heroes 2025. My proudest moment, empowering the Games Aid team through my work as chair. My most challenging moment, watching incredibly talented people leave the games industry because they can't make it work financially or emotionally. That is a hard truth right there. Representation matters because who gets to make games determines who experiences become playable. My advice, find your people and build community rooted in mutual respect and care. That is a hard one to do, to find your community. And here's our picture. Whee! Jennifer Estaris, creative director. My journey, I studied economics and English literature in university, received an MFA in creative writing, then worked as a software development while moonlighting as a jazz musician. The swerve of it all. My early games career focused on kids and family games at Disney, Nickelodeon, Atari, and social impact indie studios. I went on to senior creative roles at Cibo and Ustwo Games, directing purpose-minded titles such as Subway Surfers, ooh, that's a very popular game, and Monument Valley 3, a puzzle game about climate recovery and hope. In 2025, I founded Estaris Works, my consultancy and game studio, with the help of Games London Game Changer program. I expanded my work into sustainability, advocacy, civil engagement, and experimenting storytelling. My games include Mark Echoes, Getting Up, Saints and Sinners Bowling, Neopets, Pet Heart. Oh, Neopets made another game. Wonder World Subway Surfers, DreamWorks Rewards, Monument Valley 2's The Lost Forest, Nick Jr. Games, Monument Valley 3. My career highlights. Guiding globally beloved franchises such as Subway Surfers and Monument Valley towards sustainable futures, especially regarding climate resilience, care, and rebuilding after environmental loss. These were rare opportunities to combine commercial reach with a hope punk, values-driven message and a show that games can hold purposeful themes while remaining deeply engaging. Representation matters. As a creative of Filipino heritage, I'm influenced by the concept of kapwa, a Filipino value that centers as connected identity, collective care, and a shared future. Addressing the poly-crisis and ultimately protecting humanity requires embracing all of who we are, our diverse cultures, beliefs, emotions, and ways of seeing the world. These can be challenging, scary, beautiful, terribly, and uplifting, all at the same time. Representation isn't just about who appears on screen, it's about who defines which stories matter, what success looks like, and whose experiences are treated as universal. My advice, learn the craft deeply while also being curious about your part in this world. Define early what purpose and impact mean to you. Take initiative to care for others and for the systems we live in. Our values will guide you through difficult choices and shape work that resonates far beyond your career. And there's her picture. So this is HaZ. You guys know him because we've had him at our events, and he makes a really cool indie game with a kitty cat in it. But he's got other amazing achievements. But I'm going to read to you his profile. So it says HaZ Dulull, founder and game director. And it says for his journey, it says self-financed and produced my first feature film, The Beyond. It was released in 2018, reached number 2 in the Apple movie charts, and was licensed by Netflix in 2019. Directed and executive produced on a Disney series, Fastlane, my first TV show as a director and producer. Directed the Rap Game UK, a Fortnite game with Fremantle and BBC. It was nominated for a Webby and a Broadcast Award in 2025. Continuing to push boundaries and mashing up genres with the launching of indie retro style. Cute 'em up game Astro Burn featuring a space cat. This is the game I was telling you guys about. It's a really cute little space cat indie game. On here for him it says, I have worked with Colin McRae, Rally Motocross, Mania, Evil, Genius, Battalion Wars, Enemy Territory, Quick Wars, Dune, Awakening, and Astro Burn, his game. His career highlight that is on here, it says, spending around 3 years working with the Function team and seeing my name in the games and credits as the cinematics director of Dune Awakening. That's so cool. For this, it says, my proudest moment. My proudest moment is appearing in Edge magazine as a games director using Fortnite to create original IP called Moontopia. The game was featured across several pages. This was a big moment for me. I've been reading Edge since issue 1. Representation matters. It says, I was that little boy from an ethnic minority background who didn't grow up seeing people who looked like me in the director's chair or leading a movie, TV show, or game project. I didn't realize it was even possible. That's why representation matters. I want young talent who share that experience to see someone who looks like them in these roles, to feel inspired, encouraged, and empowered to believe that their dreams are absolutely within reach. His advice, it says, don't be afraid to fail, but fail fast so that you can get up, learn, what went wrong, and get better by listening to feedback. And most importantly, your inner voice. And that's the quote that they put down for him, and there's the QR code. So yeah, that's for HaZ, and I absolutely love HaZ. So congratulations, HaZ. Harun Ali, game development tutor and indie game developer. My journey is studied games development and game art at Bradford College and Bradford University, respectively. My first job was a fixed-term QA tester. Once my contract ended, I began teaching game development at my local further education college. After a few years, I went back into full-time game development roles, first as a QA tester, then as Ensemble QA tester. While working my full-time job, I got involved with many initiatives to promote the games industry. My games are Lego Dimension, Star Citizen, Is Grim Up North, Human Fall Flat 2. I have written the Pocket Mentor for video game testing for CRC Press. My career highlight. It's a tie between being able to write my first book and helping to develop and support Limit Break CPD accredited mentoring course. Being able to support both aspiring and established developers through my work has been a great privilege. My proudest moment, being able to fulfill my childhood dream of making and releasing my own game. It's Grim Up North. It was such an amazing learning experience, and seeing people enjoy the game firsthand at events was a remarkable moment. Here's hoping that this is the first of many. My most challenging moment, balancing my day job with mentoring and personal projects. That is very hard to do. I agree. Representation matters. It matters because it allows for unique perspective, innovative ideas, cross-cultural learning, and understanding. My advice, the industry is vast and there is a place for you if you have passion and perseverance. And there's the picture with the QR code. This one is my girl. Look at her all dressed up here. You know, she likes to just be very chill. So to see her all dressed up like this is wow, amazing, because I never get to see her like this, so I'm so glad that she went all out and went for this. So for her one, it says her name is Deanne Pierre-Pacquette, founder and content creator. So we're going to come up here and we're going to read her bio. So it says, my journey, I started as a QA tester for Sega. As one of the only women there, I made sure to work hard to be seen and to work my way up. I became a content creator in 2018 on Twitch, and I realized that it was something that I really enjoyed. I became a Twitch ambassador and then built myself up on YouTube to become a partner. During my journey, I worked with gaming companies as well as helping other creators. I began to be known for helping creators have an easier time than I did when I started out. This led to me building something for myself in a very positive way. I am the lead event organizer for Link Up London, a community meetup program powered by Twitch. I love being able to connect creators together, be it for gaming, networking, or wellness. I have also been inviting indie developers to these events so that they can meet creators while sharing the games they work so hard to make. On to the next bit. I'm getting low enough to try to keep our picture in there. So it says, I then started my own content creator agency called Beyond. The agency teaches creators how to build themselves up as well as sharing the fundamentals of collaborating with companies. It is a global agency that is built on the foundation of helping others. For here, it says, I've worked with companies including Sega, Sony, Bethesda, EA, Logitech, Square Enix, Insert Coin, Twitch, and Marvelous. My career highlights. Starting Beyond since it was founded in March 2025, I've supported over 280 creators. Being able to help them grow and build their own brands has been a huge highlight. Other highlights include being nominated for awards, becoming an ambassador for Twitch, as well as becoming a YouTube partner. Her proudest moment says, I'm proud of my consistent drive to obtain the milestones I set for myself. Being able to become a Twitch ambassador was a great achievement. Being able to build myself up on YouTube in order to become my partner is another moment I will also be proud of. My advice. Her advice says, understand that it won't always be easy. However, always remember to put yourself first and know your worth. That's great advice. So here's her picture and the QR code that you can scan for her. Yes, I'm so proud of you. Oh my gosh, look at this. You're in the middle of Trafalgar Square, girl. Look at this. Yes, yes, yes. Is Christopher White, managing director. My journey started my games audio source company, White Noise Wave. Joined CodeSync, working on cutting edge VR tech and leading projects. Joined 1010 Games, building by managing the audio department. My games, Kingdom 2 Crowns, The Baby in Yellow, Transformers, Battlegrounds, Fogs, Jurassic World Aftermath, Sniper Elite VR, and Funko Fusion. My career highlights. Starting Shark Swim backwards. It has been an amazing experience. The amount of support and encouragement I've gotten from friends and colleagues has been overwhelming. There have been ups and downs, but I'm fortunate to be able to call on some incredible people I've met during my time in the industry. My proudest moment, releasing my first game, Paperbound. It's not the biggest or most successful game I've worked on, but it was the culmination of a big journey in my life. My most challenging moment, redundancy and canceled projects, are two examples that are important to highlight because unfortunately they are quite prevalent. In the current climate, everyone handles those situations differently. For me, I was always feel a bit lost for a while. Giving so much to a role or project, it's hard not to become attached to it. That is facts. Representation matters. We have a world of two different cultures, histories, stories, and voices. To be able to represent this rich tapestry of languages and ideas in games industry gives us the ability to tell complex, varied, and layered stories, which promote education, understanding, and inclusivity. My advice, be clear about what it is you want to do and lead with that. Then be flexible enough to see the opportunities in the periphery of that goal. If you're too rigid in your pursuits, you can miss some great opportunities. A journey is rarely a straightforward path. That is so true. And here's your lovely picture and your QR code. This one is Charmie Kim, game lead. It says, my journey, our family moved from Korea to Canada. When I was 12, I thought I wanted to be a fashion designer and applied to multiple fashion programs, plus a brand new media program at Toronto Metropolitan University. I got into all of them, but at the last minute, I opted to go for the new media program. It was bonkers. We had classes in everything from film production to robotics to Flash action script to installation art. I rekindled my love for video games there, learned a lot about my personal perspectives on art and how I wanted to engage with the world. In my final year, I decided video games were my calling. I picked everything up and moved to Vancouver to attend the game design program at Vancouver Film School. From there, I found my way into the industry, and I'm now focused on new games projects. My latest is an unannounced game at Supercell. Ooh, fancy. My games are Connect Joyride, Samurai Siege, Rival Kingdoms, and BeatStar. My career highlight, I led the BeatStar team from the game's initial pitch all the way to launch and live operation game had significantly financial success and critical acclaim. My proudest moment, I'm most proud of my creative leader I have become. The best games are not made by individuals, but by great teams. I'm surrounded by incredible teammates that I have worked with for many years, and I'm more motivated by giving direction to their collective ideas than my own concepts. The team's talents and ability inspire me every day. Representation matters. If a glamorous woman weren't always just represented as princesses or actresses in pop media when I was growing up, I might have developed a stronger vision for my own life earlier. Once I started working in games, I looked up to other women like Jade Raymond and Bonnie Ross. Now I want to give back to the women entering the industry, especially Asian women who typically get prejudiced as diminutive or subservient. My advice, maintain your focus and passion for your craft. It builds your ability and your taste, which will become your greatest source of inner strength. Ooh, that's really good. And here's her picture and QR code. Charlie Webb, writer and narrative designer. My journey, I was born in Florida. I graduated from University of Houston. I have 20 years experience in game development, and I was a pop culture critic once. My games include Mafia 3, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, Connect, Net, GOTV, Gears of War, Judgment, XCOM, War of the Chosen, Civilization 6, Topspin 2K25. My career highlights. Being nominated for BAFTA Games Awards and being a New York Game Critic Circle winner for narrative for Mafia 3. I'm proud to be a mentor with Limit Break and former BAME officer for the IWGB game, Workers Branch. My proudest moment. I've been a proud advocate and supporter of aspiring and early career game developers. This has included multiple stints as a mentor offering regular career advice while also stressing self-advocacy and solidarity with my peers. My most challenging moment. Being party to multiple layoffs and studio closures within the past decade as bloated, aimless projects with little to no direction either limp to the market or die in the vine. This is so true in the games industry these days. Representation matters. It's good and healthy to see other folks like yourself or from your background in the industry, but it's meaningless if those people have no power or are driving the vision for the games on which they're working. This industry is focused almost exclusively on representation, including a handful of non-white, non-male characters in games, without offering leadership to developers from marginalized backgrounds to tell our stories. My advice is join and be an active part of your union. There's your photo and your QR code. Ensemble from the creator. Ensemble is I'm delighted to be once again curating another cohort of extremely bright, bold, and brilliant talent from across different roles in the UK games industry. Once again, we forefront the importance of a diverse industry by demonstrating its significance in the creation of rich and intoxicating worlds and experiences for everyone. Vibrant and essential work is being created by Black, Asian, and underrepresented ethnic talents in the UK games industry each and every day. That needs to be celebrated, and it's imperative that talent is attracted, developed, and crucially retained by the sector, not as a gesture, but as fundamental requirement for building a stronger, more imaginative, and more global relevant industry. Sharna Jackson, Curator, Ensemble. There is her @ for social media as well, and credits and acknowledgements down below.
Everyone's really cool.
Yep.
Ensemble is awesome, putting it simply. It's highlighting people from diverse backgrounds who don't normally get their representation seen inside the games community. So yeah, it's really important piece. You should come down, check out who's involved this year. It's been running for 8 years. There's a whole cohort of really cool people who have been behind some of the most incredible games that you have played, and you will have no clue that they were part of it, if not for this. So yeah, get down, check it out.